Hi, I'm Megan Downlinger with Marco Technologies, and today we're going to walk through end-user training on Mitel's Web Ignite. We'll walk through how to customize your settings, create real-time dashboards, and also how to handle contacts in both voice and multimedia queues. Let's get started. To log into Web Ignite, you'll need to first open your browser. Web Ignite is supported in both Google Chrome and Firefox. Once you've opened the browser, in the address bar, enter your site's specific address. You may need to get this from your system administrator. That will bring you to your login page. You will then need to enter your username and password. Again, you can get this from your system administrator. Then click on the Sign In button, and that will open your Web Ignite. The next thing that we'll look at together is how to customize your options and settings. On the left-hand navigation panel, first click on Options. Under the Profile tab, you'll locate your first and last name, email, and username. You'll find that those are all going to be hard programmed from the system and you will not be able to change them. But if for some reason you do need to change your language, you can click on the Language drop-down and then click on Save in the bottom right-hand corner. Next, under the Customization tab, you'll find first the default landing page. Most users like to set their default landing page to their real-time dashboard. From the drop-down, select which screen you want to view when you first log into Ignite. And if you do select dashboards and you have multiple dashboards to choose from, then select which dashboard should open by default. Most of the other settings under the Customization tab should be left as is by system default. After you make any changes, again, save in the bottom right-hand corner. The Phone tab is where you can set up how your phone or your agent ID logs into your phone automatically when you open Ignite. If you use a desk phone, you'll first need to enter the extension of the physical phone that you log into, followed by your login password. If you use a MyCollab SIP soft phone, simply change to that radio button. Keep in mind that you do have to have your MyCollab open and soft phone enabled in order for Ignite to automatically log you in. The Remember My Extension option will allow you to, when going green and available in Ignite, automatically be logged into your phone or soft phone. Once you've customized these settings, again, save in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. The last option we'll look at is under Email, and this would be if you are an email agent, you have the ability to customize your views and settings for how you respond to email contacts. Lastly, under Tools, you'll find the Email Reply Editor. Again, if you are an email agent, you will see this as an option, and this is going to be to allow you to create templates for quick responses to emails. So these would be things that you frequently reply the same with in an email, and you can create it as a template rather than typing everything longhand. You'll notice that we have our email screen here for us to enter information such as our signature or a common reply. You have customization settings for the reply template, and then you can save, and you'll name that template whatever makes sense for future handling. Once you've saved templates under the Email Template Editor, you'll also have the ability to view them, edit them, or delete them. To manage agent availability and presence in Ignite, you'll want to locate your agent avatar in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Your avatar will always list the state that you are currently in, as well as with a color-coded icon, and the timer will keep track of how long you've been in that state. To access different agent states or presence availability in different agent groups, click on your avatar, and under the State tab, to make yourself available, simply click on the green Available option. If you have configured this to automatically log you into your phone, when you click on Available in Ignite, it will also log you into the physical phone set. To change yourself into a Make Busy state, click on the yellow busy icon, and then select the appropriate reason code. You'll notice when I change into Make Busy, my status changes next to my avatar as well as the color, and the timer has reset. Make Busy will apply to all queues and media that you answer for, telling the system that you are not available to handle any contacts to any of your queues. Make Busy and reason codes can be viewed by other agents and managers in the real-time dashboard, and also can be reported on from a historical perspective. To go back to Available and out of Make Busy, just click on your agent avatar and then select the green Available icon. The two other agent states that you have available to you from the dropdown are Offline and Log Out. Offline would log you out of your physical phone but keep Web Ignite open for viewing of dashboards. And Log Out will log you out both of the phone and Web Ignite simultaneously. Also under your agent avatar, you'll find the Agent Groups tab. The ability for an agent to take themselves out or put themselves in an agent group is based on permissions. If you would click on your Agent Group tab and receive a Do Not Disturb icon, this will let you know that you do not currently have the permission to take yourself in and out of groups. This also can be done by managers for their agents. When we click on the Agent Groups tab, you're going to see all of the different agent groups that you are a part of across all platforms of media. If given the permission, I can remove myself from an individual group or all groups, or put myself in one group or all groups by clicking on the icon to the right and then selecting Update. The difference with agent group presence that we see here and Make Busy is that Make Busy would make you unavailable to all queues and media. Agent group control allows the agent or the manager to decide what forms of media and queues the agent should answer for. Once you've made your selections, you can click on Update, and the system will be updated accordingly. Web Ignite can be used for agents and managers to view the real-time state of the agents answering for queues, as well as the queues that they answer for. To access the dashboard screen, locate Dashboards on the left-hand navigation panel. Once we've accessed the dashboard screen, we can then add or edit various dashboards for viewing. To add a brand new dashboard, click on the plus sign in the top right-hand corner. And then we're going to customize some options. Once you've selected options under your new dashboard, the first thing you want to do is give it a title that makes sense to you. You will also be given the opportunity to change the layout of your dashboard should you choose, and then close in the bottom right-hand corner. Now that we've named our dashboard, we need to add what we call widgets for real-time viewing. When we click on Add Widget, the first widget we'll add is an Agent State Monitor. This allows us to view the state of the various agents that we work with. Once you've added the Agent State Monitor, you'll need to add agents to it by clicking on the Settings icon to the right-hand side. You can search by individual agents by name, or you can select the icon for individual agents from the bottom portion of your screen, or all agents by clicking on the icon at the top of that particular column. And you'll notice that I can view different agent state monitors for the different forms of media. So I'll select all of my voice agents, email agents, chat, and text. When you are viewing agents across multiple media platforms, it will add a separate agent monitor for each form of media that they answer for. To add the agents to your monitor, click on Apply. The next widget that we'll want to add is for Queue Now. This allows the agent to view the real-time status of the queues that they answer for. To add queues to the view, click on the Settings icon to the right-hand side. Only queues that you are a part of will appear for you to choose from. You can then select all queues or pick and choose which queues you want to view, and then click on Apply. If you do want to change the organization and layout of your dashboard, you can move the monitors to different portions of the screen. For example, I can click on the navigation tool for agent state and move that to the top of my dashboard rather than viewing the queues first. Once you have that in the view that you prefer, then click on the save at the very top of your dashboard. In the future, if you do want to edit existing dashboards, that can be done by clicking on the edit pencil icon, or to remove a dashboard you no longer need, you can click on the delete trash can. Now that we have a dashboard created, we'll talk through what information you can view. Looking at our agent state, you'll see that we have different columns for the different states that an agent could be in. ACD will show as red and would indicate that the agent is handling a contact to that particular queue. That could be for voice, email, chat, or text. Idle is green and lets us know that that agent is currently available to handle an incoming contact. Non-ACD, which will be blue, would indicate that a voice agent is handling a non-queue call. That could be an outbound call or an extension to extension call. Unavailable will be yellow and would let us know the reason that the agent is in an unavailable or make busy state. Not present will also be yellow and would indicate an agent that has been removed from a particular agent group that they answer for. And lastly, we have offline, which is gray, and that lets us know the agents that are not currently logged in. You'll notice that for each state of an agent, there is a timer that keeps track of how long they've been in that state. This is real-time information, so you'll see as I move myself into a busy state, my icons for me as an agent will move over into the unavailable column. The timer has reset and the reason code is also applied. And this would be something that not only I can view for myself, but also other agents or managers can view from their dashboard. The queue now information will tell the agent the state of the different queues that they answer for. Under every queue now monitor, you'll see first the service level. Service level is a calculation based on the number of contacts offered and the number of contacts handled in a particular time. Ideally, you would see your service level be at 100%, but if you're having long wait times or abandons or requeues, you may see that service level take a dip. Underneath service level, we have an indicator of how many agents are currently idle for that particular queue. The next option over is contacts waiting. In that particular queue, how many contacts are currently waiting to be answered. And underneath that, we can see how many of our agents for that queue are currently handling a contact. Requeued would indicate contacts that have been presented to an agent, but for one reason or another, the agent did not answer, and that contact was queued back to the beginning of the line. Underneath that, we have our non-ACD, which indicates in a voice queue the number of agents that are currently handling other types of calls that are not specific to the queue. And lastly, we have longest waiting. Of our contacts waiting, how long has the longest contact been waiting in queue? And underneath that, we have the statistic of how many agents for that queue are currently in an unavailable or make busy state. All the way over to the right, we have our offered, and if we hover there, we see of the offered calls, how many were abandoned, meaning that particular contact hung up or exited the chat or text. How many were handled? Ideally, your offered and your handled will match, although there are certainly reasons why they won't. And lastly, interflowed. And interflowed would mean a contact that was waiting in queue and chose either to dial themselves out of a queue, for example, to a mailbox, or based on timer in a particular queue, interflow can send that call elsewhere. From Web Ignite, managers and agents can also view the history for the different queues on the system. On the left-hand navigation panel, click on the history icon. Once in the history view, you'll see that the agent can choose whether they view in list view like we see here, or grid view. The agent will also have the ability to filter the history, all history, only items that are in the inbox, which would be currently in progress. You'll see I have no conversations there right now. Handled contacts, sent contacts, so this would be specific to chat, email, and text. No reply, meaning the agent did not need to reply to that particular contact. Junk, if it happened to find its way through the filter, could show up in the junk field. Or failed, indicating a particular contact that did not route appropriately. The agents will also have the ability to show only their items in history or to view all history across all queues and all agents. You'll notice that the history is time and date stamped. That makes it easy for the agent to locate a particular contact in history. You can also search across other criteria such as phone number, name, email address, or date. Once you locate the particular history item you want to view, when you click on it, it will open that history information on the right-hand side. You'll have the option to look at the details of the history of that particular contact, such as the agent that handled it, the time and date, the address or phone number that the contact came from. And if needed, the agent can also send history information via email to any address that they need to share that with. From Ignite, the agent will be able to handle and answer voice calls. If you do have a physical phone at your desk, you can always use the phone set for answering and call handling calls to the queue. When the agent is receiving a call to the queue, it will show up in their inbox. At that time, you can either click on the accept icon from the toaster or the accept icon from the inbox itself. Once the agent has accepted or answered that call, you'll see the call details show up. That will include the path that that particular caller came into, the extension or outside number that was calling the queue, as well as the time and date. In the top right-hand corner, the agent will have different call handling options in Ignite. First, they could place that call on hold by pressing the pause icon. To pick the call back up from hold, simply click on the play icon. They can also hang up a call from Ignite, access a dial pad if you did happen to be in an automated attendant where you needed to enter key press information, the dial pad could be used. This becomes particularly important if you are a soft phone user that does not have a physical phone. From Ignite, the agent can also initiate a transfer. This could be to other queues on the system, other agents, or an extension to transfer to could be entered. You can also initiate a conference call and also apply codes to classify what type of call you're currently handling. If this is set up on your system, when you click on Apply Codes, you'll see a list of codes to choose from. While on a call, an agent can apply multiple different codes if the subject of that particular call did change as the conversation went on. You'll receive a message to let you know that your code has been applied, and then this can be viewed from historical reports. Lastly, for voice handling, the agent will have the option to request help. Request help allows the agent to call a manager, at which time the manager's phone will ring and let them know that they have this request from the agent. And when they join, they'll be first in a silent monitor mode, but can barge in to assist the agent at any time. If you are a chat agent that answers for various web chat queues, you will always need to be logged into Ignite in order to be available and to handle chats. When the agent is receiving a chat, they will get a pop-up in the top right-hand corner of their screen, as well as it shows in their inbox. If the agent chooses the accept icon, that will accept the chat and take them to chat handling. And if they would decline, that would re-queue the chat and put the agent into a system make busy. I'll go ahead and accept the chat. Once you've accepted the chat, it will show up in your inbox for handling. You'll see here, I can see all of the information that the customer has chatted to this point. All of our chats are going to be time-stamped so we know how long it's been since the customer or the agent has responded. And then at the bottom of our screen, we have our chat response interface. Just like with many other chat systems that you may have used, the agent will type in the box and then press enter to send that to the customer. When an agent or a customer is responding, you'll always be able to see that they're currently typing, so you know if they're going to be getting back to you. Agents that handle chats will also have the ability to apply commonly used reply templates. If we go over to our magnifying glass and then click on the Browse button, I can see all reply templates that are currently configured on the system. Select it, click on the Insert Template icon, and then hit Enter to send that to the customer. This keeps the agent from having to manually type common phrases that they use to reply for chats. To end a chat session, the agent can end by clicking on the X in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. At that time, they'll be prompted if they're sure if they want to end the session. For yes, click on the check mark. For no, click on the X. And then the customer could also end the session by clicking on X from their chat screen, at which time the agent would be taken out of the chat and put back into an available state. If you are a text or SMS agent, again, you'll also need to make sure that you're logged into Ignite to be able to accept text to the queue and handle texts that may come in. When the agent is receiving a text to the queue, they'll receive a pop-up in the top right-hand corner of their screen, much like we did on an incoming voice call or for a chat. The pop-up will allow the agent to either accept and begin responding or decline the chat. Just remember that, like with web chat, the decline option is going to re-queue the text to another available agent and put you into a system make busy. If you would happen to miss the toaster, you can also accept or decline the text from the inbox by clicking on the check mark or again the X. Once you've accepted the chat, the details will show in the inbox. We can see the phone number the text came from, as well as any information they have texted to this point. We can also see the canned messages that the queue sends when someone sends a text into the queue. And then to respond to the text, we just click in the box on the bottom portion of the screen and hit Enter to send. Something to keep in mind is that text is not as real-time as web chat is, and we will not be able to view when the person on the other end is responding. You may then need to use the timestamps and have an expectation of if the customer has not responded in a certain period of time, I as the agent am going to go ahead and end that session. Like with web chat, I can also apply reply templates by clicking on the magnifying glass, browsing, and then selecting the appropriate template off the system. Insert the template into the response box, and then hit Enter to send. And then again, to end the session from the agent side, we can click on the X, at which time the inbox will close and the agent will be put back into an available state. That concludes our Mitel Web Ignite training. For questions specific to your site, please contact your system administrator. Thank you and have a great day.